afternoon, my dear student. That today I am going to teach you some questions from the chapter 1, that from your moral science book. What is the chapter? That about the wisdom to all. Now what is the first question? That has God bestowed a part of his wisdom on the creatures. Yes, the God is made in his kingdom that all the creatures by its own hand. It not only the human beings or the animals, they in fact the small creatures or those are the insects and the flies, it's also that made by the God in its own hands. So that is why all the creatures in the world is the best word to the God. How much does each creature act? That each creature have the basic instinct to the feed itself and find a shelter. For the each creatures, it's not for the human beings. All the creatures, they should need the two things. That is the food for their surviving of their lives, and the second one is the shelter. So these two things are the basic needs of all the creatures. Next is, how does a bird care for the young ones? That you understand that a bird, when the birds, they have to prepare from the twigs, they have to collect the twigs from the different portions, and they have to prepare their nest in a very beautiful way. And also for their one and for the next generations or the others, the small birds for them also. And not only this much, that the birds are also, they have to protect. Those are the young ones. They cannot able to fly. They have to protect them also from their laying eggs on that time only. Next is how do the bird feed themselves? That those are the small young birds. They cannot able to fly. So those are the parents' birds. They have to fly in the different portion, and they have to bring it. Those are the grains and their foods they have to bring in, and they feed to the young ones. They have to call after that while they open their mouths. That time they put the grains on inside on their mouths, and by this way they feed the young ones. Next is what kind of a base of the lion? That the lion is one of the strongest animals that God made, that the creature is a different way, that made all the powers, that was great powers, that huge power they have given to the lion. And their teeth, it's made such a way that they have to eat only the one thing, that is the flesh. So these are the main creatures or the main things that of the lion. And what does he feed on? That feed on only the fleshy for the flesh things. How do the ants survive? The ants survive. The ants is a very important creatures. From these small creatures also, the human beings also, they can learn from them. By which way? That the ants, that ant, they are full throughout of the year. They are carrying their foods and they put inside or they store in their home or their small little home. For what? Because they believe that if the weather condition, the bad weather condition, when rainfall is occur, they are not able to swim, they are not able to fly. So for that reason, for those days, they have to store the food into their home. So that is why throughout of the year, they have to be busy with the gathering of the food. So from these things, the human beings also, they can able to get the knowledge from them. They have to learn from them, from the small insects also. That we have to store food in our home. Because, why I am telling you? Because sometimes it happens generally whenever we become ill. Otherwise, we cannot do work. And also that if we not get on that time, if the weather condition is not good, you cannot be able to come out from the outside. So for that time, if you store food in your home, that time you can get the food. But if you have to not able to store the food, that is very difficult for you, that have to survive on those difficult times, on the difficult days. So by this way, from a small insect, that the human beings also, they can get some lessons. And the next is, what can we learn from the ant behavior? So these things only. That the ant behavior is a small insect, so they know all these things. That in the swim, those are the when the rainfall is occur or when the weather conditions is not good, that time they cannot able to fly, they cannot able to swim. So for that reason, they have to store the food in their homes. So those are on the difficult days, they can easily survive themselves. They are not able to depend on the others. From them only they have to survive. So these are the main things that I have to tell you. And the next is that those are the animals, the few animals are there, they are very clever and they are prepared. Like those are the things in the world, that all the things are made by through the God. and God give us that full knowledge and God teach us about the things. Suppose I give one example to you that when a baby born, that a baby don't know how he know or she know that how to cry, how anyone don't teach them that just newborn baby. So it's only the God made that due to the cry only, this crying, no need to teach to them. They have to God only teach them, not only the human child. It can vary from the different animals and the insects also, like the same way. Okay, so that is why the God is the main creatures of our world. So I hope you have to understand this all the answers, and today up to here, next day we have to discuss the another lessons. Thank you.